get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having. Now 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Let's go.
Here's a direct snap to Bell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Big Ben going to take it himself. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, they gave it a shot, quarterback sneak. not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on third down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Roethlisberger on 4th down. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football and eat.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this O-line, they've had trouble with a pass rush all game long. This time it cost them 2 points.
I mean, you've got a quarterback back there who's running for his life, and he's had no time to throw the football. They've sacked him time and again, and this time they do it in the end zone.
You said it, partner. No time, none whatsoever. This is taken around the 12. Look at the spin. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbooks.
It's caught at the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're in a good spot. Two-possession game, barely, but a two-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. They go play action here on first down. And a right side completion here by LaFell. Give him 27 yards that time. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And this is caught at the 8. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Their dangerous wide receiver, 36 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Nugent on now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Bengals score. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pick-up of just 2, and that's down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. One last shot for Roethlisberger. Now a desperation. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by George Allen. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Heinz Field. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Passing, it's Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Second down now after the pass completion. It's second down. Dalton looking. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible. That's caught at the 1. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard taking it in. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in. Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points. Touchdown. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming. Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving. Defense.
After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, spinning away. Still on his feet. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Dalton now to pass. Oh, batted at the line, and now look at him go. Picked off, Jarvis Jones. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
As much footballs we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And Pittsburgh getting set after the interception. Here's Roethlisberger. Steps away. And he's got room. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now you get a look at Roethlisberger down on the ground, and you hope it's not the knee. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So Roethlisberger, we've seen this before, unfortunately. He'll depart, and they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. Dancing to his left. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So you heard the word. This is a neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defender wanted to try and get back after he had jumped, unable to do so.
So a first down and 5 for the offense. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now Roethlisberger rolling to his right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So how about that one, Charles? We haven't seen that in a while. The illegal forward pass.
The quarterbacks get so much leeway on this play that you're right, Brandon. It is very rare that we see the call come out for a legal forward pass.
Now it's Roethlisberger being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ray Mallaloon Hauga, able to get him for a loss of about 3.
And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught right side, Tate. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's got his man. This is Tate. A gain of 39 that time.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Steps away to his left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down. Dalton throwing on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Flush to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And now a first down following that long gain. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Special teams coaches spend a lot of time scheming things up, but this was just a bad return. Now the offense has a long way to go to try to put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
And Dalton to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. And after the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Adam Jones. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Passing, it's Dalton. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Brown finishing 2016 with over 1,200 yards, 106 receptions. Now for him, people were expecting maybe some bigger numbers, Charles. What did you make of Antonio Brown's season?
Well, what I made of it is that he started to get more help along the way. Jesse James developed at tight end. Once Le'Veon Bell got into the lineup, he started to catch passes out of the backfield and ate up a few numbers as well. So Big Ben had more targets to throw it to. That should help Antonio Brown going forward in 2017 because he'll still be the primary guy. But when you get help, boy, you can make bigger plays downfield. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Here we go. Like 20. 50.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Bengals are going to have a first down. And now with that, now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And after the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Adam Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that's not alone. Again, another Read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
380.
And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Dalton throwing on second down. And Green with a catch left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Wheaton with a catch right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Roethlisberger, they'll roll him out right. They find some open field here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2... as we step aside here in this second quarter. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by George Iloka. The return stops at the 39-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided.
I think you're right, partner. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Second down, Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
And that's complete to LaFell. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Brandon LaFell, 41 yards. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
It's caught. Spaeth. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now Roethlisberger in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Vontaze Burfict not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Jones on the return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Nugent puts it through. So we've reached... Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers.